This event was organized by CSR Europe. Purpose is to take stock of where are we 1 year after COP21 and 1 year after the launch of the SDGs. And what we are trying to do is bring together the companies and other stakeholders to see what kind of action is further needed.
Today's focus is around the Sustainable Development Goals that were launched by the UN last year, as well as the Paris Agreement on climate change. So the focus is really on the role of business and how we turn those agreements and frameworks into business action.
The Sustainable Development Goals are really important, and the way we talk about it is, how can we all have happy, healthy lives within the natural limits of our planet and have space for wildlife and wilderness, and that's a goal that we can all achieve if we really put our minds to it and work together. And it needs everyone to work together, and that's why it's so heartening to be here today at this event and hear how so many businesses are interested to see how they can help with contributing to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals.
We believe working closely with responsible NGOs is the way to go, because without collaboration with NGOs and other stakeholders, for sure we will not meet our targets. So working together with CSR Europe and others is an extremely important part of our strategy.
In Asia, we see that the goals have got a long way to go to be achieved. We look at levels of poverty, we look at the degradation of the environment, we look at the role of women, we look at discrimination against minority groups, indigenous populations, and one of the things I realise is that we have a lot to do to actually achieve those sustainable development goals. I think Huawei is sort of positioning itself as one of the leading Asian companies that really is committed to the SDGs, committed to reducing its own carbon footprint. There are some other Asian companies that are doing that, but we need more.
Sustainable business starts with respecting basic principles around human rights, labor, anti-corruption. And then once you stand on a very solid foundation of responsible business, then we recommend that companies really look for the big market opportunities in areas where they have competences, skills, technologies where they can provide solutions. These big global challenges for enlightened business leaders, they really are large-scale business opportunities.
When you look at poverty, for example, you say, well, what can an ICT company do to combat poverty? But one of our key elements in CSR strategy is bridging the digital divide, because the digital divide causes the gap between the rich and the poor to get bigger. It's the right thing to do, of course, but it's also a tremendous business opportunity for Huawei and for our competitors, insofar as statistically of the 7 billion people living on the face of the planet, only 1 billion have access via mobile devices to the internet and therefore to information. 6 billion are about to join. And we would love to facilitate a part of that 6 billion to become part of this information technology age.
You cannot do it alone. You cannot tackle climate change alone. You cannot tackle congestion alone. So you have to work together with others. Inside your company, with other companies, with policymakers, with NGOs, etc. That's the way forward. We have a collaboration with Huawei on a sustainability and innovation series of conferences. This is the second one. The first one we did on supply chain, and now on the SDGs and COP21. And by working together with Huawei, we are making sure that we have the business input in the way we conceptualize this conference. And this leads then to a good success, I think, on the participation and on the interactions we have at the tables.